Welcome, and thank you for watching this video. In it, we will explain why you should transition from BLAS 4 to BLAS 5 and what it entails. BLAS 4 has supported the survey world since 1998. It was a powerful system for its time, but today it is outdated and can't provide you the necessary adaptability to changes in technology and respondents availability. For example, in BLAS 4, you could create one version of your questionnaire for each environment and mode, but it wasn't adaptive. And while BLAS 4 questionnaires were versatile, CAPI and CATI interviewers could only use Windows-based laptops and tablets. On top of that, you couldn't use CATI in a web browser. Multimode interviewing took a lot of effort in BLAS 4, because the modes were predefined and as such limited. Transitioning to BLAS 5 gives you the ability to use any mode, including CATI, over the web. Switching modes halfway through an interview is easy, as this is BLAS 5's default behavior. Aside from that, interviewers can use Android or iOS-based tablets and smartphones. BLAS 5's screen-responsive design ensures that respondents and interviewers are presented with a suitable layout, no matter which device or platform they use. On top of that, BLAS 5 offers an easy way to download and install surveys on an interviewer device, and to upload data collected in disconnected mode. BLAS 5 introduces a new development environment, and with it, many options to create one file that describes multiple layouts for multiple modes, platforms and screen sizes. BLAS 5 comes with a conversion tool to help your transition. Converting your sources is easy with the wizard. You just enter the project or BLA file that you want to convert, add the path to related files if necessary, and hit Convert. The converter creates a BLAS solution that contains your source code and the references to all relevant files. You can then open the new bsol file in the BLAS 5 Control Center by double-clicking it in Windows Explorer. This will open the solution as a whole. Let's have a closer look at what the questionnaire looks like after running it through the source converter. Information about the conversion can be found on top. The resulting source code is as close to the original as possible. BLAS 5 ignores some of BLAS 4's syntax, so you may notice changes in the code. Differences are because of BLAS 5's underlying architecture. In most cases, original BLAS 4 sources are complex, so you may be required to tweak the BLAS 5 source code to get the data model to compile. And if you want to use new features from BLAS 5, like a not applicable special answer option, you will have to implement those as well. You can read more about the differences in the help, and you can contact us for assistance. You can now prepare the sources to create a meta file by clicking on the yellow arrow in the quick menu bar on top. This will create a BMIX file, the BLAS 5 equivalent of a BMI file. You can find more information about our source converter in the online help. Once you have prepared the new sources, you can convert your data by using Manipula. First, you export your BLAS 4 data to the XML format. Then you can import that same XML code directly into BLAS 5, as both are compatible. This is all there is to it. Your questionnaire is now ready to deploy if you are okay with our default layout. BLAS 5 also has two tools to help you change the layout. The first is the Layout Designer. It allows you to make changes locally for this questionnaire. Make sure you create one layout for each mode or screen size you plan to use. This is the part that makes BLAS 5 so flexible. To change your questionnaires layout, you can choose one of the default templates and change settings and parameters. For example, you can change the look and feel by changing the number of questions on a page. You can also change the theme. Or you can add a table and then remove the striping. The second new tool is the Resource Editor. This tool is the successor of BLAS 4's ModeLib editor. In this editor, you can change a template permanently, or create an entirely new layout according to your host style for use over multiple questionnaires. Open the resource database that you plan to use for your questionnaire. Then you can, for example, add your logo to a master page. Or an enumeration text box to a vertical field paint template. Once you save the resource database, any changes you made will be available in the Layout Designer. When you use this template, it is possible to type in the value or select an option from the answer list for enumeration questions. And the logo will show up for each page that uses the master page you just changed. A default resource database is shipped with BLAS 5, but you can opt to use one with your host style. To do so, you should first design templates for the types of questions you plan to use. Then you can attach your resource database to a survey. In this example, we're attaching the shipped CBS host style resource database to a flight survey. Like BLAS 4, BLAS 5 comes with a local runtime environment, the DEP, or Data Entry Program, for you to test your survey. But now you can also test directly in any browser, whether it be on your desktop or on a mobile device. To check your questionnaire in an app environment, you can test the BLAS apps on an emulator or directly on a smartphone or tablet. This last option requires that you install the appropriate app. If you don't want to be limited to local data collection and want to enable connected or disconnected data collection, you need to set up server parks and an infrastructure. The Server Manager helps you do this. Here you can set up your server and choose its role. Furthermore, it's possible to have one or more servers with different roles. BLAS 5's significant advantage over BLAS 4 is its adaptability. In BLAS 4, you needed one layout for each mode because multiple layout sets weren't available. In BLAS 5, you have multiple layout sets for different modes and additional layouts for various screen sizes. This way, your interviewers can collect data on lightweight devices, and you can easily create different screens with varying wordings for your interviewers and your respondents. BLAS 4 was an excellent system for its time, but the times have changed, which is why BLAS 5 was created. Those still using BLAS 4 know that almost everything is possible. But adapting BLAS 4 to modern survey requirements will cost you a lot of effort, and you still won't be able to use Android or iOS devices. In a modern-day survey environment, BLAS 5 brings the same strengths of BLAS 4, while introducing capabilities that will aid you for years to come. With BLAS 5, you create your questionnaires designed once and can deploy it everywhere. BLAS 5 allows you to easily switch between modes, platforms, or devices at any point of a questionnaire. The system comes again with a powerful call scheduler for your telephone interviews and an improved CATI architecture. CATI can now also be done in the browser. It's possible to collect data in connected or disconnected mode on any device, including Android and iOS devices. You can download and install surveys on an interviewer device in just a few simple steps. Uploading data collected in disconnected mode is easy. What makes BLAS 5 uniquely flexible is the system's responsive use of multiple and highly adaptable layout sets for different modes and screen sizes. So by transitioning to BLAS 5, you invest in capabilities that will support your work for the next 20 years. The journey of transitioning a survey from BLAS 4 to BLAS 5 can take from days to months. It depends on your specific demands for the house style, such as, do you need the same layout as you had in BLAS 4 and how complicated was that? Your use of alien routers in BLAS 4, integration with other systems and your own custom applications that you use in conjunction with BLAS 4 and its APIs. It also depends on the number of people that can work on it and how much training is needed, as well as the required changes to the infrastructure. The transition will take more time for the first 1 or 2 surveys, but will get easier once your house style has been established, the infrastructure is set up, and you become more familiar with BLAS 5's concepts. Team BLAS offers training and a transition service called TAS to help get you from BLAS 4 to BLAS 5. Please contact us for information about TAS. We hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.